All right, y'all, let's run through another Mtel question. This one says, use the sequence below to answer the question that follows. So we've got 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. And it says, which of the following statements is true about the sequence shown? So let's just run through each answer and see if we can disprove them, would be my main strategy for this one. So the sum of any two terms in the sequence is also within the sequence. Well, if we sum the first two items in the sequence, 1 and 2, we get 3. And 3 is not in this sequence. The numbers are continuing to get bigger, and we don't have a 3 between 2 and 4. So A, we can immediately eliminate. The product of any two terms in the sequence is also within the sequence. Well, if we multiply these numbers, 1 times 2 is 2. I can see that 2 is in the sequence. 2 times 4 is 8. 4 times 8 is 32. I can try to multiply two random numbers. If I do 1 times 8, that's 8. If I do 2 times 16, that's 32. That's looking pretty good to me so far. Let's test the rest of the answers and see if they work out. All right, the average of any two terms in the sequence is also within the sequence. All right, so it seems like these first two are like a pretty good gauge for that. If I average 1 and 2, I get 1.5. Like the number between 1 and 2 is 1.5. 1.5 is definitely not in the sequence. I don't think an average is going to work for this one, because if you take the two numbers next to each other and take their average, the number is going to be between them, and there isn't a number between them. So it's not looking like C is going to work. The quotient of any two terms in the sequence is also within the sequence. I mean, if you take a number that's smaller divided by a number that's bigger, you're going to get a fraction, and there aren't any fractions in the sequence, so that's not going to work. So it's looking like B is the answer, which was my initial instinct.